The woman cried non-stop because her family was incredibly poor. Her dozen or so children often went without food. Her husband ran away because he couldn't feed the family. Anything edible would have already been eaten. The landlord had sealed off their house because they couldn't pay the rent. Even wolves were dragging at the door, and vultures stood on the roof, watching the family hungrily with iron forks. The woman opened the cupboard, which was covered in cobwebs, and inside was the only bean they had. Suddenly, a torrential rain began to fall from the sky. Reluctantly, the woman took out the bean and started cooking porridge for the children. At that moment, her eldest son Jack came back. He hurriedly stopped his mother, telling her that while he was out, he met a god. The god told him that if the bean from home was planted in the ground, it would have a much greater value. The mother, half believing, handed the bean to her son. Jack dug a hole in the yard and planted the bean just as the god had instructed. As he watered it, the seed broke through the soil in an instant, growing rapidly upwards. Jack grabbed the vine and climbed upwards as the bean grew. Using the branches and leaves, he passed through the clouds and reached the rumored heavenly palace. As soon as Jack arrived, he saw a giant god. To avoid being noticed, he hid in the clouds. The giant walked past him, heading towards a cloud, pulled a switch, and began singing while taking a bath. In no time, the giant finished bathing, grabbed his clothes, and prepared to go to work. Jack followed the giant as the god instructed, unaware that the giant pulled a spring, sending a massive iron ball along a track that lit up 5 lighthouses. Taking advantage of the giant entering the building, Jack sneaked around the side to the top of the city and slipped inside through a hole. The hen, hearing the footsteps of its master, immediately returned to its post. The giant went straight to the room where gold was shoveled. Jack was blocked by the front door but peered through the window. The giant walked over to the hen, grabbed its neck, and discovered it had no golden eggs. Furious, the giant cursed and slapped the hen hard. Then he twisted the hen's